Hi, friends. Hello, hello. Hi. It's nice to see everyone. Here's my banner. I'm so happy to see you guys here. Just going to give a couple of minutes until everybody joins. I will open my topics today and we can start. We can start right away. So I haven't seen you guys in a couple of weeks because of the holidays, and so much has happened. So much happened even this week. This immigration news show is with me, immigration attorney Marina Shepelsky, and here we talk about all the latest immigration news, and I answer some of your questions live. So this way you have a good understanding how things actually work in the immigration world, but also you get a chance to hear some good news and what's going on. And I'm an optimist, as I always tell you guys. I'm never gonna sit here and cry and be depressed, because you guys need me to be upbeat and positive and believe in your victory, even if sometimes you don't yourself. So that's my mission in life. I love helping people make their American dream come true. I love doing this work. We have a great team. I've created this great team for you guys to change your lives, to make your lives better, to get the green card, to become a U.S. citizen. And I strongly believe in what we do, what our team does. And here's today's news, immigration news on April 22nd, 2022, with immigration lawyer Marina Shepelsky. First of all, huge news for people who are filing for the 10-year green card. It's called conditional green card going into permanent green card, or removal of conditions on your conditional permanent residence. So what does that mean? If you had a 2-year green card and you got it through marriage, or maybe you're a child who received their green card through their parent, after 2 years comes the time when you need to file the form petition I-751 to remove conditions on your lawful permanent residence, right? And you go from the 2-year green card to the 10-year green card. With this form that should be signed by both spouses, so the U.S. citizen sponsor spouse and you attach proofs of the marriage, proofs that everything that happened during the marriage was real. They want to see tax returns. They want to see tax correspondence, letters, bills and 2 names, pictures, travel together, bank statements, credit card statements, health insurance cards, health insurance statements, anything that shows you were a couple during the last couple of years and you were still a couple. Could be letters from school, from work, anything that shows you were naming the other spouse as the beneficiary or heir and any benefits, anything like that. So up until recently, those cases had to be interviewed. So they called up the couple and interviewed them together to prove that the marriage was real, even if they already were interviewed the first time for the 2-year green card. Also throw in here the fact that many people don't make it with this marriage with the 2-year mark, or even after they file, they separate, the spouse leaves, somebody moves, somebody ends up having kids with someone else, and things fall apart. Those cases also were interviewed, right? With this new USCIS director, they said, we have a new thing now. We're announcing that we will be waiving interviews for many people filing for the 10-year green card. And they're calling it USCIS Implementing Risk-Based Approach for Conditional Permanent Resident Interviews. So many words. But what does that mean? It means in those cases that have a lot of joint documents and have lots of proofs of the marriage, they will approve them without an interview. No interview required. Okay? They're trying to move things along right now. They're trying with COVID to avoid seeing people in person. So they're going to waive interviewing people who have lots of joint documents and witness letters and proofs of the marriage. That means now is the best time to get an attorney to do this for you. You shouldn't do this yourself, because you can be risking having that interview after all. If you get a lawyer, like for example, how we work on these cases, we collect everything very extensively. We really build up that package. My attorneys and the paralegals, they work with the clients. They get all kinds of letters from things that you might not even know about or think of. and we create these packages that get approved. We've never really had one denied yet. In my practice, everybody we ever filed for the 10-year green card has gotten approved. You know why? Because we're super anal about it. We make sure, even sometimes you guys hate us for being this anal, but we make sure we do this for you and you win, okay? So the great news is many people who have a good lawyer and document their cases will no longer have interviews for their 10-year green card. Why is it good? Because people screw up at interviews. They give wrong answers, they forget, they get nervous, they get stressed out, something happens, and they don't pass. The bad thing about this, sometimes when people don't have enough documents together, but they go as a strong united couple, as a strong united front to this interview, they convince the officer everything is good, even if the papers are so-so. So there's good things and bad things about this, but I choose to see the good things. And if you get an attorney, you have a great chance now to get approved without a interview. Now, the bad news about all of this is right now it's taking about 3 years to approve the 10-year green card. From the moment you file, not from all the way from the beginning. No. From when the 2 years pass and you file the I-751, it could take you as long as 3 years to get the 10-year green card approved. The next item of news I have, because I want to get through it, I already see a lot of comments and questions from you guys, okay? Because I know I didn't see you for 2 weeks, and people are saying hello to me. Hi, Sadiq. Thank you so much. He says that I'm good looking in my white shirt. You know what? People always tell me I look good in white. And thank you very much. Even though I'm so pale, but I guess white. I got this shirt in Florida. It always makes me feel happy and think of Florida and the palm trees and the sun. Okay, USCIS announces TPS for 3 countries this week. Completely two new countries that were never on the list before. Ukraine, and you know I'm from Ukraine, so I'm happy to hear that. And Cameroon, it's a country in Central Africa. Those countries are getting TPS, temporary protected status, and of course they're extending Sudan. Sudan was there before, now they're extending it. Also, USCIS announced that now you can file online if you have DACA and you just need to renew it. Not for new DACAs. They're still kind of accepting them, but not doing anything about them because of a federal lawsuit. But for people who had DACA before, people who already had DACA once or more before, you can now just file to renew online. And by the way, if you need to file for US citizenship, filing online works great. So I do recommend filing online for renewing work permits, renewing DACA, and US citizenships. It will work super quick. And if you're looking for a way to make your US citizenship process quicker and easier, do it online. Create the My USCIS account with them and do it online. Okay, now still continuing all the deadlines to respond to any USCIS letters, like requests for evidence, notice of intent to deny, or anything like that, where they ask you to send them anything, is extended. They're giving you extra 60 days in each of these cases because of the COVID-19 pandemic. People understand that it takes you longer to receive this letter. It might take you longer to get the papers they need. So make sure you respond in time, but you do have extra 60 days. Now, I will talk at the very end about this new program for Ukraine, if you guys are interested. I don't know if I have so many people from Ukraine watching, because mostly my Ukrainian and Russian-speaking people watch me on the Russian channel. This is English-speaking channel, so here I have people from other countries, but I will mention it at the end. Interesting stuff that I want to talk about is that green card statistics came out for the first quarter of the fiscal year 2022. Now, it doesn't make any sense, but the first quarter of the fiscal year 2022 started in October 2021. Okay, so what do we know about the first quarter? For lawful permanent residents, for green card people, approximately 228,000 people got green cards in the first quarter alone, which means by the end of the year, about 1 million people should get green cards in the fiscal year 2022. Nearly 112,000 people came into the United States as new arrivals, and over 116,000 people adjusted status inside the United States. So out of 228,000 that became green card holders, of those people, almost the same amount, 112,000 came in with immigrant visas and got their green cards, and 116,000 got green cards inside the United States through adjustment of status. So, interestingly enough, 112 people who got their green cards by coming in and getting immigrant visas was a 379% increase from last year. What does it tell you? Last year, because of COVID, they weren't letting anybody in because there were no interviews at the embassies. Of course, this year, it's about the same amount. The same amount coming in from overseas and getting green cards through family petitions and work petitions and so on. And about the same amount we're getting green cards here. Interesting statistics. Sometimes people think it's boring, but to me, these statistics say something to me. They're telling me it's about the same amount, 50-50, of people getting green cards from overseas, which means finally our embassies are interviewing people, giving people visas, finally moving along. I know you guys are always asking me, when are things going to start moving? They're moving. I see it moving. And people inside here, United States, are also getting green cards, which means things are moving. Hopefully, they will start expediting even more, and we'll see real movement in 6 months or so. Finally, the new program called Uniting for Ukraine. Really weird name. I don't know why they decided to do this, but that's the name they picked for it. What does it mean? In the last couple of weeks, people from Ukraine, the Ukrainian refugees, were coming to the U.S. borders in Mexico and Canada, mostly Mexico, and asking for humanitarian parole, right? They were asking to be paroled inside. What does it mean? They were asking to be officially allowed to enter the United States, to be safe and hide from the war. And the U.S. government made the very kind decision to allow them to come in. So they were getting paroled in. Lots of Ukrainians came in, a few thousand. Honestly, lots meaning a few thousand, okay? As of right now, I hear, and there's no real statistics, but I hear that it's about 75,000 Ukrainians coming in through the border right now. I don't know if this is a real number, but remember that Biden promised to allow 100,000 Ukrainians in and to allow them to come in and to discourage them from coming to the border. They're starting on April 25th a new program for Ukrainian refugees in Europe or any other country called Uniting for Ukraine. So no more humanitarian parole at the U.S. border, no more. As of April 25th, they will stop no more humanitarian parole at the U.S. border. But through this new program, it will be an online platform. People from Ukraine, from any country, will be able to apply to get like a visa. It's not going to be a visa. It's still going to be called humanitarian parole. And they will have to make sure they show vaccinations for COVID and everything else. They'll have to make sure they're vetted for arrests and security, terrorism issues, security questions. And this will only be for people from outside of the United States. It will be for people who are living in Ukraine, not just citizens of Ukraine, but residents of Ukraine as well, as of the date of February 11, 2022, 2 weeks before the war, right? So anybody who lived in Ukraine or was a Ukrainian citizen as of February 11, 2022 will be able to ask for this humanitarian parole. They will need to show vaccines, and the most important and here, they will need a U.S. sponsor. We don't know all the rules yet, but I think it's going to have to be a green card holder or a U.S. citizen or a company in the United States who can be the sponsor and have to prove they can take the financial responsibility for these Ukrainian refugees. And in that case, the refugees will be allowed to be paroled in. They'll come with a special kind of an entry called a parole, kind of like a visa. I think it's going to be for 1 year, but I don't know for sure yet. We're waiting for this program to be announced with all the legal details. They will definitely be able to work legally inside the United States, and they will definitely need a sponsor. That's all we know for now. Let's stick around. Let's see what happens. I don't know if they'll be able to get like a green card later through this, but the parole, the humanitarian parole they will be getting is not going to lead to a green card by itself. However, some of them have U.S. relatives, or maybe they'll be able to get a job. And I don't yet know if they're going to be able to move from this status into like a job visa or something. We'll see. Now I'm going to start with your questions because it's already 15 minutes into my show and I see lots of questions and I thank you for them. Let's begin. Oh, thank you so much. There's Sadiq with a question. Marina, I'm married in November 2021 and I submitted my file to USCIS and received it dated 12th of January 2022. Already I went for my biometrics and now I still don't have a work permit and a social. You should give it another few months. It's still too early because you just did your biometrics in January. I think you should hear something from them in the fall, not earlier than like September. So have realistic expectations of the time. And Porfirio saying he wishes I was his attorney. Thank you. Also, Sadiq is saying I have doctor's reports and X-ray here in the U.S. and need urgent medical treatment, but I don't have a travel authorization. Can I request my case to be expedited based on my medical condition? Yes, you can, but you need to call the 1-800 number and you have to request the expediting and you have to give them a reason. They may ask you to look at your paperwork. And they will need, if you need a surgery, a doctor's letter or a surgeon's letter. Mani Kumar says, good morning. Hi. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Okay. El Mezcalito News says, do U.S. Mexicans get emergency advanced parole? You can't get an advanced parole unless you have like a green card case in the process or like an asylum case. So if you have one of those types of cases, you could, and you need to show the emergency. You need to document it. Yasser Khan says, can I call you on WhatsApp? I need to discuss my case. You can call our team to discuss your case on this phone number. We don't have a direct phone number like on WhatsApp. We have one in the office to text about consultations and stuff. But this is the number we're asking you to contact here. And as Moscalito said, hello, good morning, beautiful, good morning. Sanam says, hi, Marina, I like your blue eyeshadow. Thank you. I didn't wear makeup this whole week because I have allergies, but for you guys, I did it today. And my eyes are watering already and my nose is stuffed because right now it's spring and I'm so allergic. Nato says, hello, Marina, due to the fact that I did not receive a work permit, which I have been waiting for 9 months, I lost my job. So sad. I'm sorry. Can I claim unemployment benefits? Thank you. Yes, absolutely. You can. You can claim unemployment benefits. Porfirio Diaz is saying, my priorities May. How can I tell my attorney to send the package within the first week of May? He has my medical exam and money order and my file. How long it takes to file the I-485 package? I don't know all the details, but you should be able to communicate with your attorney and just tell them that you think it's time. But sometimes the lawyer knows more than you. So I would really, if you have a good attorney, I would like be more mindful of their advice. R. Garcia says, hi, Dr. Marina. Hello. How long is it taking VAWA to be approved? I have been applied for VAWA under the Cuban Adjustment Act. Okay, so it's hard to say with VAWA. In my experience, in our office, we've had from as little as a year, year and a half, no less than that, to as long as 3.5 years. And it's hard to say how long it's going to take, but it's anywhere in that window. El Mescalito News is saying, with the USCIS receipt for adjustment of status, can I get an emergency advance parole? Yes, you can, but you need to make an appointment. And unfortunately, there's no other way to do this. You need to make an appointment with InfoPass to get it. Milton says, hi, Marina. 1 second, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. And my water too, because I'm so thirsty from talking so much. Okay, Mika says, or Micah, hi Marina, is it possible that USCIS would ask for an RFE, request for evidence, before they send your advance parole and denies it eventually, not giving you advance parole? It's possible. I've seen that happen. Garcia is frustrated because he sent all his applications 7 months ago. Sometimes it takes a long time. For VAWA, you said you sent it for VAWA. It takes sometimes 3 years. Yes. Omar says, Buenos dias, Marina. Hi, buenos dias. Hola. Are they extending the medical examination from 90 days valid? Because my paralegal attorney, so it's either a paralegal or an attorney. You cannot do both. It's taking too long to complete my I-485 package. Don't worry, your medical is good for 1.5 years, actually. Zia says, why my work permit is still not coming? Because of COVID, everything is super delayed. And he says it's been 5 months. You need to wait like at least 10 months right now. Milton is saying, hi, Marina. I applied for VAWA and I just got my work authorization advanced parole combination card. I have been in the country for 20 years, never been arrested or any other records. How safe is it to travel considering I was illegally here? If you have the advanced parole, you're fine and safe to travel. Don't worry, just travel. Zia says, please, Marina, what happened? I'm so worried. I don't know. Things are super delayed right now, so I don't know what to say. A Russian guy, a Russian name. I'm sorry. He's probably Ukrainian, not Russian. Vyacheslav Derevyanka says, hello. You talk a lot about Ukraine and the program for Ukrainians. Can I send questions in Russian or Ukrainian? I suggest you send them, but the thing is, this is my English channel, so I speak English here. I have a Russian channel called Советы адвоката Marina Shepelsky, where I invite you to send your questions there in Russian. Here's English. Natasha says, good morning. I have a friend who got married to her U.S. citizen in 2017. He abused her. She wants to file for VAWA. She has 2 kids from a previous relationship, age 16 and 21. Will her kids qualify for VAWA? Yes, absolutely. Now, the 21-year-old needs to file her own petition for VAWA as a child or stepchild of a U.S. citizen. The mom and the 17-year-old can file in one case, and the 17-year-old will be the derivative for mom. Definitely file. Do not be afraid. We win almost every VAWA case. I think we maybe lost one in the past, but then we found out the guy lied to us. So we couldn't win because we didn't have all the information. He didn't tell us the truth about something. Hi, Marina, says SW Striker. Do you know if there's a realistic chance that something like the DREAM Act and Promise Act will be passed this year? There's been talk to do something like it before the midterms. What do you think? I don't know. I don't think so, to be honest with you. I don't think there's any chance right now. Nick Aya says, can someone get married if they come across the border before they ask for asylum? You can get married, but if you don't have a visa, if you didn't enter with a visa, it's going to be super hard to get your green card because they will ask you to leave the United States and go for the interview, even with a waiver, to your country, and the chances of you coming back here are going to be low, okay? Okay, Vyacheslav is trying to ask me in Russian. Let me see. I'm going to translate. My only son and his wife have green cards. They live in United States, in New York from December 2021. They don't have their tax returns yet. Can he file for me for a family petition? I'm going to answer in Russian, then in English. Вячеслав, раз у вашего сына пока только грин-карта, он не может подавать на вас на воссоединение семьи. Он сможет подать на вас только когда он получит гражданство. I'm saying that a green card holder cannot file for his father. There is no such category in immigration law. You can only file for your dad or your mom if you are a U.S. citizen. Just a green card holder is not good enough. There's no such category. Mani has another question. Hello, my current C08 work permit, this is based on asylum, is expiring in September. My VAWA EAD is showing case received. Can we expedite? What is VAWA? You cannot expedite VAWA. You cannot. I mean, you can try. I've seen people try, but realistically, it doesn't work. You have a work permit. If you file for VAWA, you can also file for a green card and advanced parole, and this way you'll be able to travel. VAWA takes about 3 years on the average, so please be patient. Mohammed is saying, hi, ma'am. How long does it get to get a decision after asylum interview? Usually a few weeks. But I've seen cases where it took a couple of years. It's hard to say. It depends on your case. It could be a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, to a year. Who knows? Mike is saying, may I ask why USCIS will deny it? Like reasons. All kinds of reasons. Something that you didn't put in. They're missing something. Somebody's not eligible. I don't know your particular case. If you want to talk about your case, give us a call. Do a consultation with our team. Moses Arthur is saying, Marina, I trust you're doing well. I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for the consultation that I had with you. I really appreciate your sincere direction. I did send the further evidence per your advice. Stay blessed. Thank you. Thank you, Marina. Says Milton, what documents besides the work authorization combination card would I need to travel? What kind of questions will they ask me when I come back? Okay, so if you have your advanced parole, you need to have your passport and your advanced parole when you travel. And they might ask you the reason for your visit. So you should be prepared to say, when you come back, they'll say, what was the reason for you to visit this country? So you have to be able to answer that. And they will ask you, how long did you stay? That's it. There's nothing unusual about what they ask you. Vyacheslav is saying, thank you. Thank you. Delhi says, good morning, ma'am. I've been waiting for USCIS to verify my 180 days extension work authorization so I can renew my driver's license. What can I do? Right now, it's very hard to get your work permit expedited. You can call them and ask for it. Maybe if you get a letter from work that you need your driver's license or they'll fire you or something like that, they can try to expedite. I cannot guarantee that that will work. So Shayala Crackle is saying, how to expedite my sister's documentarily qualified sister case. You cannot expedite family petitions. Usually, unless it's some really bad humanitarian reason, like God forbid, and I hope this is not the case, God forbid if somebody's sister had cancer and needed treatment or something like that. So, I don't know what to tell you, but there's really no real way to expedite. The sister, like sibling petitions, U.S. citizens filing for sibling petitions are currently taking about 15 years. And since last July, the Department of State has not moved the dates that they're working on, which means for a whole year, they were just catching up on the cases they should have been processing, and they haven't had a chance to process yet. So there's not movement already for almost a year, and it's probably it probably means that it went from 15 years to 16 years for your sister, and really there's not much I can do about it. I'm sorry. Let's see, what did I want to talk about, because I'm out of questions here. Okay, let me just end with my usual comments about VAWA, because you guys already know we do a lot of VAWA cases, and I just recorded a new video, so stay tuned. There will be a new video about VAWA later today or tomorrow, probably they will post. So if you already filed a marriage case, a green card case based on marriage, and in the middle of the process, because everything is taking so long now, if you've been waiting for a year and a half, you don't even have your interview scheduled, or maybe you do have your interview scheduled and it's like next week, and you realize your spouse is very abusive and they will not attend this interview with you, Please file for VAWA. Don't be afraid. You lose nothing, and you will gain a green card and a work authorization all on your own without your abuser spouse. Give us a call if you're in that situation that your interview is coming up and your spouse is not going and they were abusive to you. They were bad. Like, it's not your fault. It's their fault. We can definitely help you figure out this very complex situation. There's a way out. It's going to take time and it's going to be expensive, but I promise you it will be worth it. This is an investment in your future in America. Also, if you're considering asylum, if you are afraid to return to your country and something changes for the worst right now, maybe your country is going through something terrible, maybe they're looking for you in your country, giving us a call is a good idea because we can help you file your asylum case in all the 50 states. I have the last two questions and I'm wrapping up. Can a Russian get a U.S. visa for humanitarian and marry a U.S. citizen? No, a Russian citizen is not going to get you humanitarian parole. But if you're here, yes, you can marry a U.S. citizen. And last question from Milton Torres. Marina, last question. Thank you. And thank you for sharing your experience with us. Have any of your clients been denied entrance with the EAD combo? No, they have not. If you have a valid, unexpired, it didn't expire yet, it's still good, work authorization / advanced parole combo, not one of my clients has been denied. So you have a good chance to go visit your country or wherever you're going and come back, Milton. Don't worry. Okay? I thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you. Have a great week. Have a blessed week. I'll see you in 2 weeks because next Friday I'm on vacation in Miami. Maybe I'll get some videos done for you in a nice atmosphere. I have my place there. I'm going to go to a concert there. We have a concert to attend, and I'm going to try to relax and plan my wedding, okay? Because I'm getting married in Miami in the summer. So stick around for more videos in 2 weeks and watch our videos. I'll be still posting in the next 2 weeks. And maybe I'll try to do a video like next Wednesday when I work from home instead of Friday, okay? Take care, guys. Bye-bye.